Hello, English learners. Welcome back to English Podcast. Today, we are going to take a journey together. A journey that will transform the way you speak English. If you have ever dreamed of speaking confidently, naturally, and fluently, then you are in the right place. Over the next hour, I will guide you through practical, daily life English that you can use immediately. And I will show you how to build speaking habits that will stay with you long after these 30 days are over. This is not just about memorizing vocabulary or repeating random phrases. It's about living in English, thinking in English, and speaking English as if it's part of who you are. To master speaking English in 30 days, we need to make English a constant presence in your daily life. That means, every day, you will give your brain small, simple tasks in English until they feel natural. Think of it like watering a plant. One drop of water won't make it grow. But regular care, even in small amounts, will bring it to life. So, we'll start with listening and speaking every single day. Listen to me carefully now and try to repeat after me in your own space. I want you to say, I can speak English clearly. I can speak English confidently. I can speak English naturally. Let's say it again a little slower and feel the rhythm. I can speak English clearly. I can speak English confidently. I can speak English naturally. These kinds of affirmations train your brain to believe and prepare your mouth to move in English without hesitation. The first thing to remember is that speaking fluently does not mean speaking fast. It means speaking smoothly, without stopping too often to search for words. When you speak in your native language, you don't translate every word in your mind before saying it. You just speak. That's the goal we're aiming for with English. To help you get there, we'll practice things. King directly in English. For example, if you see a cup, I want you to think cup immediately, not translate from your native language. If you're about to leave your house, say to yourself in English, I'm leaving now. Or, I need my keys. This is how we build that direct connection. Let's do a small practice together right now. I will describe a few daily situations and you will quickly respond out loud in English without translating. Ready? You wake up in the morning and see sunlight coming through your window. What do you say? Maybe, good morning, it's a sunny day. You are in the kitchen and the water is boiling. What do you say? Maybe, the water is ready for tea. You meet a friend and they ask how you are. You say, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Simple, clear, and natural. The more you do this, the faster your brain will respond in English. Speaking practice should be constant, but it doesn't have to be long. Even 5 to 10 minutes of active speaking every hour can make a big difference. Imagine you are walking in the park and you see people jogging. Describe it to yourself in English. They are running fast. She is wearing a red shirt. The park is full of trees. This constant narration of your environment is a secret method many successful English learners use. It's like you're telling a story about the world around you in real time. You also need to practice with different emotions and tones. Speaking English is not just about the words, it's about how you say them. Let's try an exercise. Say, "I'm so happy to see you," with excitement. Now, say it with relief, as if you found someone you were looking for. Now, say it in a calm, gentle way. You see how the same words can feel completely different? This is how native speakers express emotions naturally. If you train your voice to use different tones, you will sound more natural and engaging. Now, let's work on some short conversation patterns you can use daily. Repeat after me. How are you doing today? I'm doing great, thanks. And you? I'm good. Thanks for asking. These are basic but powerful because they're used in almost every social interaction. Try saying them faster now, but still clearly, then say them slowly and warmly. Both styles are useful depending on the situation. We will also work on building sentences without stopping to think too much. This is where sentence building games help. I'll give you a starting phrase and you complete it quickly. Ready? Today, I. Maybe you say, "Today, I am going to the market." Or, "Today, I want to read a book." The goal is not perfection, but speed. Let's try another. I think. You could say, "I think this is a good idea." Or, "I think I need some rest." Quick responses train your fluency muscle. Fluency also depends on how well you connect words in your speech. Native speakers often link sounds together instead of saying each word separately. For example, instead of "I am going to eat," you might hear "I'm gonna eat." Practice saying it both ways. I am going to eat. I'm gonna eat. Both are correct, but the second is more natural in casual conversation. Another example. What are you doing? Becomes what cha doing? These shortcuts are common in spoken English, and learning them will make you sound more natural. Your 30-day journey will also require you to practice with listening. Every time you hear English, whether from me, a video, a podcast, or a conversation, don't just hear it. Repeat it. This is called shadowing. Listen to a sentence, and then immediately try to copy the speaker's tone, speed, and pronunciation. For example, I'll say, "It's a beautiful day today." You say it right after me, matching my voice as closely as possible. Again, "It's a beautiful day today." This method forces your brass, and mouth to work together instantly, and it is one of the fastest ways to improve fluency. I end these 30 days. I want you to create your own mini English world. That means labeling objects in your home with English names, thinking in English when you make decisions, and talking to yourself in English when you're alone. Some people think talking to yourself is strange, but for language learners, it's one of the most effective exercises. For example, when you are cooking, you can narrate every step. I'm cutting the onions. Now I'm adding some salt. The soup is boiling now. Doing this daily will make English flow naturally from your mouth without hesitation. Now, let's do a final practice for today's session. I will give you 5 random words, and you will try to make a quick, short story using them. Here are the words: rain, bus, friend, coffee, book. You might say, it was raining when I waited for the bus. My friend called me and asked if I wanted coffee. We met at a cafe, and I brought a book to read together. This exercise is fun and trains your creativity in English. You can play this game with yourself anytime, anywhere. The next step in your 30-day journey is to build strong speaking habits that you can repeat every single day without thinking. Just like brushing your teeth, you do it automatically, and it becomes part of your daily routine. One of the simplest ways to do this is to create a small set of daily English actions that you commit to doing no matter what. For example, every morning, you could say 5 English sentences about your plans for the day. It could be as simple as, today, I will go to the market, I will meet my friend. I will cook dinner. I will read for 1 hour, I will go to bed early. These sentences may seem basic, but when you do them every day, your brain begins to respond faster, and your speaking becomes automatic. Enough! Our key to mastering English quickly is repetition. The human brain learns best when it sees and hears the same patterns over and over. Think about how a song gets stuck in your head. You don't even try to memorize it, but after hearing it a few times, you can sing along. English works the same way. If you repeat certain sentence patterns daily, they become part of your speaking toolkit. Let's practice. Repeat after me. Can you help me with this? Could you tell me where the nearest shop is? Would you like to join us? Do it again. Can you help me with this? Could you tell me where the nearest shop is? Would you like to join us? The more you repeat, the more natural it feels. Speaking English well also means having the confidence to make mistakes. Many learners stay silent because they are afraid of saying something wrong. But here's the truth: mistakes are proof that you are learning. Every time you make a mistake, you create a chance to correct it and improve. In fact, native speakers make mistakes too, but they keep talking. So, from today, give yourself permission to speak even if you're not sure everything is perfect. If you forget a word, replace it with another word or explain it in simple English. For example, if you don't remember the word umbrella, you could say, the thing you use when it rains. This keeps the conversation moving and trains your brain to think in English. We will now do an improvisation exercise. I will give you a situation and you respond in English as fast as you can without stopping. Imagine you are at a cafe and the waiter asks, "What would you like to drink?" You might say, "I'll have a coffee, please." Now, imagine you're shopping and you can't find something. A shop assistant comes to you and says, "Can I help you?" You could say, "Yes, I'm looking for milk." Now, picture yourself at the bus stop and someone asks, "Do you know what time the bus arrives?" You might answer, "I think it comes in 5 minutes." The goal here is speed, not perfection. Your pronunciation is another area we will focus on in this 30-day plan. Clear pronunciation makes it easier for people to understand you and it builds your confidence. Start by practicing difficult sounds in English that may not exist in your native language. For example, the TH sound in think in this, place your tongue gently between your teeth and blow air out for think. For this, keep your tongue in the same position but add your voice. Repeat after me. Think this now. Try them in a sentence. I think this is a great idea. Say it slowly, then naturally. This daily attention to sound will make a big difference. Listening and repeating native speech is essential for learning correct pronunciation. This is why shadowing is so effective. Let's try another shadowing exercise. I'll say, "It's nice to meet you." You repeat exactly after me. Again, "It's nice to meet you." Now, slightly faster. The rhythm of English is just as important as the words themselves. Pay attention to which words are stressed more strongly. In "It's nice to meet you," the words nice and meet are stressed. By copying these patterns, you sound more natural. To make faster progress, you should mix active speaking practice with passive listening. Passive listening means hearing English while doing other things, like cooking, cleaning, or walking, but not focusing on it 100%. Your brain still absorbs patterns and vocabulary, but active speaking is where real fluency grows. That's when you speak out loud, think about your words, and try to improve them. Aim to balance both every day. Now, let's talk about vocabulary growth. Many learners think they need thousands of new words before they can speak fluently, but in reality, most conversations use a small number of common words. If you master these, you can talk about almost anything. Words like get, make, go, come, want, and need appear everywhere in English, and they can be combined in many ways. For example, get ready, get better, get a job, make dinner, make friends, make a mistake. Practice combining common verbs with different objects. This will multiply your speaking power. Let's play a word combination game. I say the verb, and you quickly add something to make a phrase. Get, you might say get up or get a ticket. Make. You could say make a call or make breakfast. Go. You might say go outside or go to work. This quick reaction game builds your fluency. A big part of speaking confidently is learning to start and continue conversations. Many learners can answer questions but find it hard to keep talking. One way to fix this is to use follow-up questions. If someone says, "I like reading," you can reply, "What kind of books do you like?" If they say, "I'm going to the park," you could ask, "Which park are you going to?" Follow-up questions show interest and keep the conversation flowing. Let's try. I say, "I watched a movie yesterday." You ask me a question. You might say, "Which movie did you watch?" Or, "Was it good?" Practice this skill with every conversation you have. You should also practice telling short stories about your day. This is one of the most powerful ways to improve speaking. Every evening, take 5 minutes to tell yourself or a friend about what you did that day. Use the past tense and try to add details. For example, today, I went to the supermarket. I bought some apples, bread, and milk. The cashier was very friendly and we talked about the weather. The more details you add, the more natural your storytelling will become. One of the fastest ways to build confidence in speaking English is to get comfortable using common conversation starters when you begin a conversation with ease. You set a friendly tone and make the other person more willing to talk with you. For example, you could say, "Hi, how's your day going?" Or, "It's a nice day today, isn't it?" These simple openers create an opportunity for more conversation. Let's practice together. Repeat after me slowly. How's your day going? It's a nice day today, isn't it? Now say them again a little faster and with a smile in your voice. Your tone is just as important as your words. Another useful practice is to take one topic and explore it from different angles. Let's choose food as our topic. You can talk about what you ate today, what you like to cook, or your favorite restaurants. You might say, "I had rice and vegetables for lunch today." Or, "I enjoy cooking pasta with fresh tomatoes." Or, "There's a small cafe near my home that makes great coffee." This kind of topic expansion gives you more material to speak about without needing advanced vocabulary. When you speak, it's important to use connecting words to make your sentences flow smoothly. Words like and, but, because, so, and, then help you join ideas naturally. For example, instead of saying, "I went to the park," "I met my friend," you could say, "I went to the park and met my friend. Let's try another one." Instead of, "I stayed home." It was raining. Say, "I stayed home because it was raining." Using these connectors makes you sound more fluent and less robotic. Let's do a quick connector exercise. I'll give you 2 short ideas, and you join them with a connecting word. I was tired. I went to bed early. You could say, "I was tired, so I went to bed early." She likes tea. She doesn't like coffee. You could say, "She likes tea, but she doesn't like coffee." This exercise not only helps you practice grammar, but also trains you to keep your sentences flowing. Another important habit to develop is paraphrasing. This means saying the same idea in a different way. Native speakers do this all the time when they're looking for the right words. For example, instead of saying, "I'm very hungry," you could say, "I could eat a lot right now." Or, "I feel like eating something big." This skill is useful when you forget a specific word. You can still communicate your meaning without stopping. Let's practice. I'll say a sentence, and you think of another way to say it. It's very cold outside. You might say, "The weather is freezing." Or, "It's chilly today." Your listening skills will also play a big role in speaking better English. Good speakers are good listeners. Pay attention to how native speakers answer questions, change topics, or react in conversations. Notice the small words they use like "well," "actually," "you know," or "I mean." These words don't always have a direct meaning, but they make your speech sound more natural. For example, instead of answering yes to a question, you might say, "Well, yes, I think so." Or, instead of saying no, you could say, "Actually, not really." We will now practice a short dialogue with natural fillers. I'll be person A. You be person B. A. Have you seen the new movie? B. Well, not yet, but I want to watch it soon. A. It's really good, you know. B. Yeah, I've heard it's amazing. This kind of practice prepares you for real conversations where people don't just speak in textbook sentences. Another thing to remember is that speaking English is a physical skill as much as it is a mental one. Your mouth, tongue, and lips need to get used to forming English sounds quickly. That's why tongue twisters are such a great exercise. They are fun and help improve pronunciation and speed. Let's try one together. She sells seashells by the seashore. Say it slowly, now faster. Another one. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Don't worry if you make mistakes. Just keep going. Now, let's focus on speaking in different situations you might face. Imagine you are meeting someone for the first time. You could say, "Hi, I'm Mia. Nice to meet you." If they ask where you're from, you might say, "I'm from Pakistan, and I've been learning English for a while now." If you want to keep the conversation going, you can ask them, "And where are you from?" Or, "Do you live around here?" Practicing these common exchanges will make real-life conversations feel easier. It's also useful to practice talking about familiar things in detail. Choose something you see every day, like your phone, and describe it. You might say, "My phone is black with a large screen. I use it to make calls."